Tracker weather with meteorologist Bill Guile. Brought to you by the Preserve Sporting Club and Resort.
And good evening, everyone. We're going to focus in on Erin to get things underway here. We are still looking at a major hurricane here. This storm center is about 160 miles to the north of the Grand Turk Island, or another perspective from Bermuda. It's about 700 miles to the southwest. The good news here is it looks like Erin is going to stay out in the open waters of the Atlantic, passing between the U.S. mainland and Bermuda, and then curving off into the North Atlantic. But as of 5 o'clock, it's still holding 140-mile-an-hour sustained winds, and it is moving off to the northwest at about 10 miles per hour. It will start to make more of a curve to the north through the overnight tonight and into tomorrow. And again, like I said, over the next couple of days, passing between the U.S. mainland and Bermuda, although there is a tropical storm watch in effect for the Outer Banks of North Carolina, as it'll be passing by during Thursday afternoon. And then you can see it'll be continuing to weaken as it's doing so, heading up into the North Atlantic. Now, we are going to see some effects in terms of large swells and dangerous rip currents coming our way. So because of that, high surf advisory is going into effect starting at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, and will stay up all the way through 8 o'clock Thursday evening. And we'll be seeing wave heights reaching 6 to 10 feet further offshore, between 15 and 20 feet. But again, near our coastal waters, they are going to start to get rather high, and in fact may peak on Thursday at about 13 feet, especially around Block Island. So we'll keep tabs on that through the course of the upcoming week. But locally right now, just a gorgeous day today. Nice, refreshing air having settled in. It's 71 in Providence, and the dew point is 48 degrees. That's why we talk about it being so refreshing. It's a nice, dry air mass, and we're going to be sticking with that for most of the week. And temperatures around the region have slowly begun to cool back a little bit. Once the sun goes down, they're going to drop off quickly. So these 6 o'clock temperatures are going to fall fairly easily down into the 50s overnight tonight. But the heat and humidity will be staying well off to our west for most of the week, although some of it will start to push back in our direction as we go towards the weekend. But for now, high pressure from the Great Lakes is going to build right across northern New England and give us that nice, comfortable air mass. The breeze that we had from today, that's dropping off. It's going to stay nice and dry as we head into tomorrow, although a few more clouds will be around for the day tomorrow. So a mixture of sun and clouds, if you will. We'll keep an eye on a weak weather system coming through the Great Lakes as well, and as it approaches for Wednesday, it'll try to throw some showers at us. I think most of any activity will come in for the afternoon and evening and tend to be on the light side, as it tends to just fade away going into Wednesday night and Thursday. But then we'll start to see the breeze picking up along the coastline as wind gusts will start reaching the shoreline, coming from the outer effects of Erin as it's making its way towards that mid-Atlantic region as we get into a Thursday evening. So we'll be tracking all that. But again, it'll be deflected because high pressure is going to be situated right across the northeast. So it's not going to come charging in here. It's going to be deflected off into the North Atlantic. Here's a close-up view as to what we're dealing with through the overnight again. There's going to be some cool spots dropping into the upper 40s tonight, even around Taunton, while the rest of the area, it's low 50s. But we bounce back nicely. Again, a mixture of sun and clouds for tomorrow. We'll see our temperatures getting back into the mid-70s. And as we head on into Wednesday, there'll be a lot more clouds around, and we'll be seeing some scattered showers coming through for mostly the afternoon and into the early evening hours. Our temperatures during the day on Wednesday will get back to the mid-70s. As we finish out the week, we continue a slow warming trend into the weekend, getting back to the 80s and bringing back some of the mugginess. And by Sunday afternoon or evening, there could be a threat of a late day storm. That's your latest forecast.